Last time on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Well, we made it all the way up to the top. Now, we start tonight going for $1 million. Find out what happens on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Good evening. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Thursday night at Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Well, we've had quite the last couple of nights here on this show. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, we made it all the way up to the top on our last show, and yeah, we're not lying. This will be very first question we answer here tonight will be worth $1 million potentially here. So this is crazy, I know, but you know what? I think we can potentially win tonight. We'll see. I feel that this question is going to be the one that'll send us into $1 million territory. I feel it. So, here we go. Here's how this is going to work. Well, we are just one question away from winning $1 million in cash. We still have one lifeline left. That is switch the question. And yeah, safe to say, let's do this. I'm ready to play. Audience, are we ready to play? Alrighty, here we go. Then let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? For $1 million. On which TV series were the aliens recognized by their crooked fingers? V. Farscape. Invaders. The X-Files. I know we've had this question before, but I don't remember what it was, to be quite honest with you. So I think we're going to have to switch the question. Okay. Sorry. So we're going to switch the question. We'll find out what the answer is, though. Sorry. This is just... I can't believe this. Okay, here we go. So... on what TV show were the aliens identified by the crooked fingers? Oh, it was the Invaders. Okay. Okay, computer, can we please have another question now valued at $1 million? What was represented by the gift of myrrh to Jesus by the three wise men? Kingship, knowledge, divinity, humanity. Well, I have no idea, and $468,000 is a lot to risk on a guess. When I first saw the question and the four possible answers pop up, I thought it was divinity. But then I read humanity, and then I thought, well, that could probably be right too. But I am not 100% certain on it at all, and it's too much to risk. So I think I'm going to walk away with the $500,000. Alrighty, well, we're going to walk away with $500,000. Not too shabby. Now, if we were going to go for it, I would have said divinity because that was my first hunch. Oh, thank goodness we walked away. Woo! Thank goodness we walked away. And it was humanity, the other one we thought it could have been. So, boy, we walked at the perfect time. $500,000 to get things started out here tonight. I mean, holy smokes. Well, we'll start off with a brand new game and hopefully a new trek to the top. So, let's play. Which of these is a process that might result in the removal of a U.S. president from office? Impeachment, impeachment, implement, improvement. That is impeachment. Final answer. And we got it for $100. We're going now for 200. Which part of the Sistine Chapel did Michelangelo paint? Ceiling, skirting boards, shelves, window frames. That is the ceiling. Final answer. And we got it for 200. Here we go now for 300. Which of these phrases commonly refers to an over-enthusiastic person? Avid rabbit, eager beaver, wakeful weasel, fervent ferret. That is eager beaver. Final answer. And we got it for 300. Here we go now for 500. How do you play an instrument called a kazoo? Step on it, hum into it, shake it, pluck it. That is hum into it. Final answer. And we got it for 500. Go now for 1,000. Which communication system used 2 columns of 3 dots? Morse, semaphore, Esperanto, Braille. That is Morse. Final answer. Oh my god, it was Braille. Dang it. Well, that's okay. We'll try again. What city gave its name to a cooked patty of ground beef? Hamburg, Brandenburg, Wolfsburg, Pittsburgh. That is Hamburg. Final answer. We got it for 100. Go now for 200. The Cheyenne people are native to which continent? North America, Asia, Africa, Australia. Crap. Hang on. There. Oh, I think it's North America. Cheyenne people. Origin. I think it's North America. Yeah, that's what I thought. Final answer. Got it for 200. We're going now for 300. What are you said to bury when making peace? Hammer, harpoon, hatchet, hacksaw. That is hatchet. Final answer. We got it for 300. And now for 500. Nearly Dan is a band that plays tribute to which musical act? Led Zeppelin, Steely Dan, Damn Yankees, Danity Kane. That is Steely Dan. Final answer. And we got it for 500. And now for 1,000. Which of these is an aromatic shrub used as an essential oil? Pastrami, pecora, patchouli, patchouli. I would assume it's pastrami. That would make the most sense. Never heard of the other 3, so pastrami. Final answer. Oh, patchouli. Who knows that? Who would have known that? That is what I want to know. Well, we're going to take a break. We're going to start a brand new game after this. 2 llamas in a row. Come on now. Welcome back, everybody. Well, let's continue on here with this game. A brand new game. We've had 2 llamas in a row. Hopefully it won't happen again. Let's play. Sorry. Bing, bam, bam, bam. I don't know why there's so many ads in this one, but... What name is given to the cards dealt to an individual player in one round of a card game? Hand, foot, arm, leg. That is hand. Final answer. And we got it for $100. Going for 200. Which of these film creatures is an ape? Godzilla, Dumbo, King Kong, Rin Tin Tin. That is King Kong. Final answer. We got it for 200. And now for 300. Which word refers specifically to the removal of wool from a sheep? Trimming, shearing, carving, whittling. Trimming, I think, right? I have never heard that term used for cutting off sheep's hair. Never, ever. Stupid game, I tell you. In which room are school children most likely to have their lessons? Bathroom, changing room, classroom, living room. Classroom, final answer. You got it for 100. Go now for 200. Which fictional regal character finds a glass slipper on the steps of his palace? Prince Alluring, Prince Endearing, Prince Charming, Prince Striking. That is Prince Charming, final answer. Got it for 200. Go now for 300. Which of these ancient peoples are known for mummifying bodies? Romans, Egyptians, Greeks, Vikings. Those are the Egyptians, final answer. Got it for 300. For 500. Mutant comes from which animal? Cow, pig, deer, sheep. Well, this says lamb, so I gotta say sheep. There we go. Final answer. For 500. Here we go now for $1,000. What 1986 film centers on the Vietnam War and stars Charlie Sheen? Company, Troop, Platoon, Squad. I think it was Platoon, final answer. Got it for $1,000. No llama! Brrr, until an ad came up.
I think you might have mistaken the garbage truck for...
Oh, I'm sure you did. Go now for $2,000. What is the largest member of the cat family? Tiger, cheetah, lynx, ocelot. Oh, it's got to be a tiger, final answer. Got it for $2,000. It's for 4,000. Which of these is a computer programming language used on the World Wide Web? Java, Borneo, Papua, Sumatra. That is Java. Final answer. Got it for $4,000. It's for 8,000. Which of these is a trade union official? Bar steward, air steward, race steward, shop steward. Trade union official steward. Shop steward. Final answer. Well, I already clicked it, but we got it though. It's for $16,000. What Central American country lies between Honduras and Costa Rica? Panama, Belize, Nicaragua, Guatemala. I don't know. Okay, Nicaragua, final answer. Got it for $16,000. It's for $32,000. If we get that, we can't leave with less than that. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Which of these films won the Oscar for Best Picture in 1989? Dead Poets Society, Moonstruck, Rain Man, Dances with Wolves. Who won the Oscar for Best Motion Picture in 1989? That wasn't what I was looking for. Best Picture. Although I think it's the same thing, yeah. So, Rain Man, final answer. Got it for $32,000. Sorry, ad. Of course. Why wouldn't there be? For $64,000, 5 away from the million. Let's do it. Which of these is not a type of apple? Bergamot, Golden Delicious, Pippin, Wine Sap. I'm going to use the 50-50 here. Okay, computer, please take away 2 of the wrong answers, leaving us with just 1 wrong answer and the correct one. Bergamot, Golden Delicious. Bergamot, final answer. Got it for $64,000. By the way, we can only use Googler once throughout the rest of the game, so there we go. $125,000. What is the distance of the cycling leg of the Olympic triathlon? 20 kilometers, 25 kilometers, 40 kilometers, 50 kilometers. Kilometers, kilometers, same thing. I've got no idea, so I think we're going to ask the audience. Okay, audience, we need your help. If you're ready, on your keypads using A, B, C, or D, vote now. Well, 34% said 40 kilometers. 32% said 50. Boy, that never ends, I'll tell you. Well, we're going to go with the majority and go with 40. Final answer. Got it for $125,000. We're going to take a break. We're 3 away from the million. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. Well, hey, we've had a pretty successful night so far, despite the 3 llamas we had in a row. But other than that, it's been pretty successful. We won $500,000 to start the night. We're about to go for $250,000. I know I say this every time. I feel like this is the game we're going to win $1 million. But this one, I truly feel it, you know. All it takes is a couple of right questions that we've had before. That advances up the money ladder some more. And then there, we'll be there. We're almost there. We're getting so close. But yeah, right now, 3 away from winning $1 million. Let's go for $250,000. Of course, there's an ad. Yeah, snap photos of my... Oh, I can't say that. Here we go for $250,000. Oh my god. What is a zoetrope? A telescope. Optical toy. Timepiece. Early compass. I don't know. Zoetrope. Early animation device. Pre-film illusion. Okay, but none of this. Okay, well, timepiece. Okay, yeah, timepiece. Final answer. An optical toy? Yeah, it plays animation, but geez, produces the illusion of motion. People, come on now. Optical toy. Oh, well, there it is. According to a couple of YouTube videos, it's an optical toy. My God. Well, we'll start off with a brand new game. We'll reach for the top. I've reached the top. Which of these is a famous Hollywood actor? Clint Westwood, Clint Northwood, Clint Eastwood, Clint Southwood. Clint Eastwood. Final answer. We got it for $100. Go now for 200. What name is given to a race in which the two leaders finish at exactly the same moment? Dead weight, dead calm, dead heat, dead sea. That is dead heat. Final answer. We got it for 200. Go now for 300. An eaglet is a young what? Eagle, weevil, beagle, seagull. That is a eagle. Final answer. Got it for 300. Oh no, we not quite there yet. $500 now. Which word connects a horse used for breeding and a plain earring? Stallion, gelding, stud, mare. That is stud. Final answer. Got it for 500. 4,000 now. Which of these can be read to tell your future? Honeycombs, tea leaves, breadcrumbs, cheese curds. That is tea leaves. Final answer. Got it for $1,000. And then I clicked the wrong one again. Oh, $2,000. Let's do this. What would a Greek do with a tzatziki? I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. Sit on it, sing it, eat it, kick it. Tzatziki. Tzatziki. Okay, that's definitely not what I put down, but TZA. Oh, it's a dish, so you'd eat it. Looks good. Final answer. Got it for $2,000. Another ad. Are you serious right now? It's for 4,000. Which river is crossed by the George Washington Bridge? Potomac, East, Hudson, Missouri. Hudson. Final answer. Got it for $4,000. $8,000 coming up. Which of these innovations was introduced into bowling in the 1950s? Wooden lanes, hard rubber balls, pin setting machines, bowling shoes. What bowling invention was made in the 1950s? Automatic pin setter. Pin setting machines. Final answer. Got it for $8,000. Well, this is for $16,000 now. Charles Emerson Winchester III was a character in which classic TV series? Dynasty, Dallas, MASH, Cheers. Charles Emerson Winchester III. MASH. Final answer. Got it for $16,000. Oh, this is for $32,000. What was the name of the clear malt beverage advertised in the 1990s as something different? Zuma, Zima, Zona, Zeta. That is Zima. Final answer. Got it for $32,000. Here we go for $64,000. Can only use Googler once now. What was the first name of the composer Delis? Frederick, Charles, Gustav, Jean. I'm going to use the 50-50 here. Okay, computer, please take away two of the wrong answers, leaving us with just one wrong answer and the correct one. Ding. Frederick, Gustav. I think it was Frederick. Final answer. That's not what I chose. We're right, though, for $64,000. Oh, my God. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. This isn't going to happen. Welcome back, everybody. Well, we are doing good so far. I'd say so myself, at least. We are just 4 questions away from winning $1 million. Excuse me. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's play. I'm sorry for all these ads, and they're all from Minecraft, something I don't even play. Dear God. What is the birthstone for September? 21st night of September. Sorry, sapphire, emerald, ruby, diamond. I have no idea, so we're going to ask the audience. Okay, audience, we need your help. On your keypads using A, B, C, or D, vote now. All right, 36% said sapphire, 31% said B, emerald. There we go. So I'm going to go sapphire with the majority then. Final answer. Got it for $125,000. Oh, for $250,000. Still 3 lifelines left. In which city are the headquarters of Interpol located? Frankfurt, Basel, Brussels, Lyon. Brussels. Final answer. Oh, no. Shoot, it was Lyon? I could have swore it was Brussels because I must have confused it with another question that we had where the answer was Brussels and where something was located. God dang it. That really does suck. I gotta be honest. That really does suck. Oh no. Why did I do that? I'm such a freaking idiot. Okay. Well, let's not get all crazy about it. Let's just start a new game and go all the way back up to the top. Let's play. Here we go. Which of these is a national holiday in the USA held on the 4th Thursday in November? Praise-giving, Thanksgiving, Hope-giving, Gift-giving. That is Thanksgiving. Final answer. Got it for 100. Go now for 200. Which of these film creatures is an ape? Godzilla, Dumbo, King Kong, Rin Tin Tin. That is King Kong. Final answer. Got it for 200. Go now for 300. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Which of these is an Olympic field event? Shot pitch, shot toss, shot put, shot set. That is shot put. Final answer. Got it for 300. Go now for 500. Which of these is the title of a bestseller by Dan Brown? The Michelangelo Riddle, Raphael Conundrum, Botticelli Cipher, the Da Vinci Code. That is the Da Vinci Code. Final answer. Got it for 500. Not for 1,000. I clicked it. Okay, there we go. In which ocean did the Titanic sink? Arctic, Atlantic, Indian, Pacific. Atlantic, final answer. Got it for 1,000. We don't need the ads, that's for sure. I mean, I hate these ads. But now for $2,000. From which country did the conquistadors come? Spain, Russia, China, England. I'm going to say Spain. Final answer. Got it for $2,000. Go for $4,000. KwaZulu-Natal is a province of which country? Canada, New Zealand, South Africa, China. That is South Africa. Final answer. Got it for $4,000. It's for $8,000. What type of snake is a sidewinder? Rattlesnake, python, viper, anaconda. That is a rattlesnake. Final answer. Got it for $8,000. It's for $16,000. In which of these Batman films did Nicole Kidman appear? Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. I don't know. Which oh God, okay. Which Batman film did Nicole Kidman appear in?
Here is some information about Chase
Okay,
Meridian.
no,
Dr. Chase Meridian is a criminal psychologist.
No, that's not what I asked. There, final answer, dear Lord. We're right for $16,000. Woo. It's for $32,000. In which country was the board game Trivial Pursuit devised in 1979? England, United States, Australia, Canada. I don't know why I said it in that order. Although I will say this. I don't think it was devised here in the US. I think it was devised in England. Let me make sure. Where was Trivial Pursuit invented? Oh, it was in Canada. Okay, so we were on there too. Final answer. Got it for $32,000. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll go for $64,000. Don't go anywhere.
That's a pretty nice convertible.
Okay, forget.
I think you might.
Convertible my ass. Okay. We'll be back. Shoot, I knew this was going to happen. Welcome back, everybody. Well, let's hopefully not crash out on a high dollar amount this time. We got $32,000. That is ours to keep no matter what happens, of course. Coming up after the game tonight, we will be broadcasting Winnipeg versus Sioux City. Well, after this game tonight, we got another game coming up. So, yeah, it'll be in about 8.5 minutes, because that's how long this final part of the show is. So, right now, we've got $32,000. We're 5 questions away from winning $1 million. Here it is. Let's play. If I can find it here. There it goes. In which James Bond film oh, we're only going for 64,000. My bad. My bad. In which James Bond film does Roger Moore disguise himself as a clown? A View to Kill, The Man with the Golden Gun, Octopussy, Live and Let Die. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know why. Okay, okay. Calm down, Ronnie. Let's use photo friend. Oh, you're useless. Okay. I'm gonna say the man with the golden gun. No, I probably shouldn't. I'm gonna ask the audience here, even though I just wasted 2 lifelines on one question. Oh my god, really? That thing should not last that long. It was 39% said octopus. The man with the gold. Okay, I swear to God, if that's the answer, this is going to be the greatest game show moment of all time. And it is for $64,000. $125,000. Now we're at that point. A selenograph is a scientific map of what? The ocean floor, seismic faults, constellations, the moon. Let's look it up. Selenograph of the moon. Okay, moon, final answer. That was a dumb joke. There. Got it for $125,000. Here we go for $250,000. Which piece of office equipment was patented in 1900 by Johann Waller? Scotch tape, stapler, liquid paper, paperclip. I have no idea, so I'm going to switch the question. Okay. What piece of office equipment was invented in 1900? No, not the thumbtack. Waller, there we go. Maybe that'll help. Paperclip. Okay, well, there you go. Computer, can you please give us another question valued at $250,000? Where are the world headquarters of the global financial services company Deutsche Bank? Hamburg, Bonn, Frankfurt, Munich. I'm going to use the 50-50 here. Okay, computer, please take away 2 of the wrong answers, leaving us with just 1 wrong answer and the correct one. Hamburg, Frankfurt. Well, Frankfurt's in Germany. Hamburg, that's in Germany too. But Deutsch, that's not a German word, I don't think. For whatever, I don't know why. Obviously, it probably is, and I'm just stupid, but I don't know. I'm just gonna walk away with the 125. We'll take it. If I were to guess, I would have said Hamburg. Oh, it was Frankfurt. Thank God we walked away. $125,000, though. That is a lot of money. I didn't want to burn 5 lifelines on 3 questions, but you know what? We got to do what you got to do sometimes. Okay, let's play. Let's do this right here, right now. Let's play. For $100. Which of these is an extremely violent revolving storm? Tornado, torpedo, Toronto, tomato. That is tornado. Final answer. We got it for $100. Go now for $200. A highlighter is a type of which office item? Envelope, eraser, marker, Ruler, that is a marker. Final answer. Got it for 200. Now for 300. Which of these is a shoe with a heavy wooden sole? Moccasin, sandal, loafer, clog. Shoe with heavy wooden sole. Sole. There we go. Clog, final answer. Got it for 300. Go now for 500. For what would a beautician use an emery board? Coloring hair, waxing legs, plucking eyebrows, filing nails. Filing nails, final answer. Got it for 500. Here we go now for 1,000. We got to go quickly here. Des Moines is the capital of which U.S. state, Iowa? Got it for $1,000. There we go. Well, that sound means that we are out of time for tonight, but thank you all so much for joining us. Tonight, we won a total of $689,000. That is a lot of money. That is for sure. So that gives us a grand total this week of $1,721,000. That is a lot of money. Now, when we add it to the money we have won so far this season, that is a grand total of $5,809,000. Thank you all so much for watching us here tonight. Stay tuned. Winnipeg at Sioux City coming up next right here on RVN. We'll see you for that. Adios.